So we're getting to the stage now where we're going to do a few handling skills with Percy, a few steadiness bits and pieces. You can see I've left him and Ted down the other end of the field. This is the new training field, by the way. We've got some nice rides, nice thick grass. Still got the wood, but this is really good to push on with his handling. So my first plan is to just give two straightforward scenes out into this little bit of rough. There goes the first one. There goes the second one. Obviously I want them both to be steady. Well, I've got a bit of picking up to do this year, so I might just introduce Percy to that with Ted. So he's obviously got to learn to sit and stay and wait while the other dog does a bit. As you've seen from previous videos, I've done a little bit of this. Right, Ted, st. So I'm going to send Ted first. This is obviously almost always a bit more temptation for Percy. They're at the stage now where I'm sending them by name. So if I've got two dogs, I like to send them by name. Obviously if I give a standard get out command, ay, like that, here, Percy, here, sit. Obviously quite interesting, that's his release command to go and get a retrieve. And obviously if I was to use that, then what happened there is exactly what's going to happen. So we're going to go Ted first. Ted. Like the early videos there, I'm expecting him to sit there nice and quiet. Just watch what Ted's doing, the older dog. I'm actually just stand behind him so Ted will come straight back past him there. That just increases the temptation a bit more. Good lad. Obviously now it's going to be Percy's turn. Sit. Percy. He's going to drop that on the way in. Steady up. Sit. Good lad. Dead. Okay, happy with that. Could tell he was going to drop that dummy on the way in because of the way he was holding it. So we'll set him up for the next exercise now. So in this next exercise, I'm going to walk them up. Ted, come here. I'm going to walk them both up to heel. Here, sit. Wait. Going to leave them both there. Quite confident they're not going to move. Put the other two dummies back out in the same area again. Okay, and just check back, they're not going to move and they're nice and steady. Second dummy. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm actually going to leave them there, go back past them down to the other pole and actually give them individual backs on this. Stay there. So this one's obviously a bit more temptation. Ted. Just watching that little dog that young dog doesn't move again. Looks quite relaxed there. Ted's going to come back past him. Good lad. Good boy. So I'm just going to slow this down a little bit now because he's going to be expecting to go for that. You can see he just looked at that then. So I'm just not going to send him straight away. Percy. It's not a race. It's just if you take your time with it, just get the dog settled. Nicely done. He's picked the second one up nicely. Okay, and you can see the speed he comes back. He's just got to learn to slow off a little bit. Good boy. Sit. Good lads. Good, happy with that exercise. So we'll set him up for a third one. So for this third one, walking him up to heel again. Set him up as I did in the previous exercise. Here, sit. Good lads, wait. Good boys. Okay, I'm just going to put my two dummies out. So I've got a bit of heel work there, a bit of steadiness. Nice little bit of marking there. They're both picking these dummies really easily. Good. Right. This time, stay there. This is all good for that young dog. It just reinforces that not everything's for him. Gets him used to being with another dog, which I have to say is a bit of a gap in his training at the moment. I've experienced that in my last few working tests I've done with him. So what we're going to do this time, I'm going to call Ted back in, I'm going to call Percy back in halfway, stop them, then send them alternately. Ted here, Ted here, Ted here, Ted here. Percy here, Percy here. Ted. So I'm just stamping that control on him now. Older dog's going to come straight back past him. Good, no reaction. Good lad. Percy. Come around on the second dummy there. He's just mismarked that a little bit. He's come. There we go. He'll work back onto it now. There. Good lad. Wind's coming slightly from our right forward, so I'm sorry, from the back of us. So we've just got to come back to it. Just slow down, steady up, steady, steady, steady. Here, good lad. So I've left the two dogs back at that post. Come back up here where we've been putting the dummies. Again, one on the left, one on the right. Probably noticed I'm using these high contrast RRT dummies again. Makes it nice and easy for the dogs to see. Nice and steady. If you don't do your foundation work, you can never get to this stage, because obviously you can't leave your dogs sitting and stay at a distance. You can't do this. And some people might consider this to be, you know, circus tricks, but you know, if I'm picking up with him and I send him for a bird, and obviously I'm talking about Percy here, if I need to send him for a bird and another one gets up, I need to be able to stop him. Another dog runs in, I don't want him getting involved in tugs of war. I need to know I can stop him and pull him off of a bird. Now I just want to get Ted back here for this exercise. Ted here, heel, Ted, heel, sit. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm actually going to send the young dog first. I'm going to stop him about halfway, and then I'm going to send Ted past him. And this is really... So we'll get the young dog lined up first of all. Percy. Ted. Went a little bit offline there, but I suspect that's because he's getting a bit hot. Just watching him there to make sure he doesn't move. Send him. Percy. That's better. Good line. Good boy. A little bit of a distraction there with somebody walking up the path. Getting tired now, this will do you. Steady, 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 steady. Good boy. That'll do you. Well done. Here. Sit. Right, that's going to do both of them now. You can see they're really hot. But I'm happy with that. That's getting some good control on that little dog now. For those that are interested, we've actually qualified for the Game Fair working test in a couple of weeks. And I've got no great expectations, but I wanted to qualify, which I've managed to do, so anything else is going to be a bonus. So I think it's time to get these little dogs at home, get my drink, and let them cool off. Good lad. Good boys. Ted. Ted. Good boys. That'll do you.